Hello there, everyone. Right now, it's 5:02 on Saturday, January 8th. Winter fishing tournament. Oh, god damn it, the fishing tournament's today. I was like, oh, we'll get in, we'll do a little bit of things, then KK's later. I forgot the fishing tournament's today. Oh my gosh, I've been playing we're just gonna start off with Spider-Man. I've been playing Spider-Man. Oh, fuck. I have, I think, 3, maybe 4 achievements left. And 3 of them are related to New Game Plus. So I've got, like 4 achievements, not including the Platinum. I have, beat the game, New Game Plus, unlock all the skills, which is New Game Plus, and, unlock all suits, which is New Game Plus. So 3 of those achievements are locked behind New Game Plus. And the last achievement that I've been trying to get for the past hour plus is get a 100 hit combo. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I'm literally shaking still. I'm going to have an aneurysm. Oh my god, it's so... Praise Helix. Fucking hard. I've gotten close. I got a 90 hit combo. I got an 86 hit combo, and I ran out of enemies. I've gotten 80s so many times. But I can't get 90. Or I've gotten 90 once. I got like 90, like 6 or something. And then I went to punch an enemy, and it comboed back into, and like it reacted, and I couldn't react fast enough, and it hit me and killed my combo right there. Because sometimes you get hit and it doesn't kill your combo. Sometimes it does. It's dumb. Most of the time it does, but every once in a while a hit won't kill your combo. But god, I've been going for over an hour, and I just can't do it. I can't do it, and I've given up. Like, this is the time-consuming one. This is the hard achievement. Like, all the others, like the stick enemies to walls, stick enemies to ceiling, get 100 Venom Punch knockouts. Those were actually those were all pretty easy to get. I was able to get those, all of them, plus a bunch of other weird ones in, like, less than an hour. I had to replay a story mission or 2 to get another achievement. But that was those were easy as well. And then it's just down to these final 4, 3 of which involve the New Game Plus. And I just can't do it. I'm trying so hard. I can't do it. And I'm doing it. I'm doing it in there's the Roxxon hideouts, and there's one Roxxon hideout that one of the goals in the Roxxon hideout is to get a 60-point combo, which I've done so many times now at this point. But so it's like, okay, get a 60-point combo, and I'm like, okay, if this stage is set up to get a 60-point combo, that means a 100-point combo should be possible. And again, I know it is possible. I just can't do it. I'm so out of it. Like, I've been trying, and I've been trying. Okay, we just need the money tree. Give me a second, my nose is all stuffed up. But yeah, I've just been trying, and nothing's working. I can't get the hits. I've gotten close. And what's pissing... Okay, there's 2 things that piss me off. One is, like, the enemies will, like, throw grenades or, like, hit their shields. And it'll leave, like, this miasma on the ground. And if you accidentally touch that miasma while jumping around, it kills your combo. That pisses me off. But the bigger thing is that you have, like, these sniper enemies. that can hit you. They can attack you from across the map, and if they hit you, that's it. That kills your combo. And sometimes you just don't, like, sometimes you just can't react. Either like they'll shoot you from across the map, and the reaction window isn't like good. Like, you'll dodge and it just won't dodge straight up. Like, you'll dodge and it'll still hit you. Or you just don't never get a window to dodge. You just get hit from across the map. Like, I've done this enemy base with stealth takedown. Like, I did the same one with stealth takedown, where I took down every enemy without being seen. That was way easier compared to this. Or then the other, because the other part that pisses me off is that new enemies will spawn, and they will spawn usually on the other side of the map, and on, because it's not just like flat ground. You've got like verticality to it. They'll spawn on the second floor, and if you can't, and that happened. Like, I had like a 70 or 80 point combo one time, but the enemy spawned on the second floor. And by the time I got over to the second floor, I was too slow, and all the enemies despawned. That pissed me off as well. That you can just take too long, and it kills your combo. I know I'm looking for the money tree. I'm still cross-eyed. I've been doing this for so long, and I've just been so stressed out. Because I know I can do it. I've gotten so close. I just haven't. And I needed to take a break because, yeah, I was like, my hand was shaking, and I still like, I'm not actually cross-eyed, but I feel like I am. Like, I can't, like, my vision's not focusing. I'm just, oh my god, like, that's me. That was me being like angry. Like, God, I was getting so pissed off because I was getting so close. And I was losing it to the stupidest shit. Enemies you can't see. Shots that you don't have time to react to. Sometimes when you go to, like, yank an enemy up in the air. Because I tend to do a lot of air combat. Sometimes when you yank an enemy out of the air, or go to yank an enemy up in the air, it doesn't yank the enemy up, but instead just grabs onto their weapon. And until that weapon has been pulled from their hands, you're stuck, right? You can't do anything. So if another enemy shoots you, you can't dodge, and that kills your combo. That has happened so many times. And then, like, let's say you, like, okay, you start a combo, and you get a combo of 20. Then you get hit. Oh, no problem. There's still enough enemies to do it. Then you do a combo of, like, 30, and you get hit. That's it. You gotta restart the mission. Because from there, there's not enough enemies to get a 100-point combo. And that has, and yeah, I had like an 86 combo one time, and I just ran out of enemies. And that was it. Okay, I'm not finding this money tree. I know I'm not focused right now because I'm stressed, but I'm just not seeing it anywhere. Oh my gosh, it fucking sucks, and I'm so tired, and then I know oh well, once you beat that, then I have to replay the entire game, which I'm not going to do right now. So I just want, so like, I'm basically taking this as like, this is the last achievement I gotta do, and I can't do it. I just can't. I get so close, and then I fail. And it's just stressing me out. I don't remember what painting we bought. I don't think it's one we have, or I think it's one we already have. I think I already put it away, actually. Actually, I want to look at something with the paintings. Yeah, I'm just out of it. I've been trying for so long now that I'm just out of it. Oh, see, I was wondering if we had this painting, because I don't remember ever getting it. But I guess we did, and then we have those two. This was the one we bought, and I don't remember if it was real or not. See, I don't know what this one is. This is like one of like 3 paintings we're missing, because I counted the left and the right panels as paintings, and I have no idea which one it is. And then we're missing like 5 statues. Maybe 4 statues. I don't remember. Oh my god, it's a fucking nightmare. It's probably like, this is what I have to do now until, again, I beat, and then that's it. And then I'm going to take a break for a while, and maybe one day I'll come back and New Game Plus it to get all the last achievements or whatnot. Because I'm pretty sure I have to beat the game on New Game Plus. Like, I know, like, I think in Smash Ultimate, there's an achievement to do New Game Plus, but you don't actually have to beat the game in New Game Plus. You just have to start a New Game Plus profile. But yeah, I've got every upgrade. I've done all the challenges. I've done everything. Except for get this 100 hit achievement. Which the original game might have had as well. And I don't remember it being that much of a... Like, if the original game had to get a 100 hit combo, I don't remember it being this much of a struggle. Maybe it's because the enemies were easier in that game. And I'm going for Roxanne specifically because the underground has these, like, shield enemies. Like, these enemies with, like, shields and, like axes that I hate. Like, I just suck at fighting them. They take so many hits, and I feel like the underground has more gun enemies than Roxanne does. I don't know, because I was like, for like some of those like wall grabbing achievements, it's like, oh, this is, or like to complete a mission entirely in stealth. I was like, you know, it's probably going to be easier to do the underground because they're in like construction sites, and then I just got the Roxanne one while trying to do some other things. So yeah. But yeah, it's once I beat this horrifies me because if I can't do this, because like I can't dodge certain attacks. My reaction time is that of a fucking snail. That's horrifies me for Dark Souls because I know you need good reaction time to dodge roll, and I just don't have it. And Dark Souls is the next game I play, probably. I don't know. I'm still thinking of. I'm now reconsidering because this has been so stressful. And I'm just so... Oh my god. Whoa. Okay, I actually know for a fact this one is real. I think this one is always real, if I remember correctly. Whereas the wolf statue, the Lupus statue is one of the ones I'm missing. But it's not that variant. That variant's fake. Oh my gosh, I hate it so much. And I've just been working at it for a while. I was not paying attention there. I was reading a tweet. Okay, let's go. Okay. Actually, you know, I've been thinking of getting that. Oh, Katamari Damacy Reroll is on Game Pass? Oh, shit. I was gonna say, like, I've been thinking about getting that Katamari Damacy Reroll. I keep seeing it on sale. And I've never actually played a Katamari Damacy game. I've watched Let's Plays of them, but I've never actually played one. But it's on Game Pass? I didn't know that. Ooh. I might have to play Katamari Damacy Reroll. Ooh, Bug Fable. I've owned Bug Fable is like one of those games that I've owned forever now, and I've never actually played. Bug Fable, Into the Breach, games like that. I've owned them for a while now, and I've never actually played them. Oh, pumpkins. Oh, that'll sell for maybe a decent profit. Oh my god, Spider-Man's just got me so stressed. And it's just this one achievement. Everything else has been going perfectly. Like, and I still really enjoy the game. It's just, oh my god, this achievement sucks so much. Again, it's still not the worst achievement I've ever had to deal with. That still goes to Fall Guys, which is just impossible. I know people have gotten it. Wario 64. I will never be one of them. And that annoys me. It will never annoy me. I haven't even played Fall Guys yet. I want to get that Bunger hat, and I haven't even done it. Yeah, I'm just so stressed. So, I've been watching, I was talking... Huh, a money tree? I've never seen that before. That's interesting. We're gonna have to hit the rocks here. Because that's wild. Honestly, I could have plucked the money tree at this point already, like before that one, and just not been paying enough attention to realize it. Because even though I'm, like, paying attention to the game, I'm also just not at the same time. No, but this is just giving me resources. Okay, whatever. I thought I'd check. So I've been I was watching. So I've had Pat's FNAF videos on in the background, which I'm actually almost done with. I think I've got less than 10 left. I think I've got 9, which is less than 10. But I've had them on in the background, and I had to just turn them off. I had to like stop listening to them because I felt like it was taking too much of my concentration. Because I wanted to concentrate more, and that just wasn't helping. Oh, cookies! Cookies! Everybody have some cookies today. Death and destruction all around. Is that the same song? Death and destruction is all around. We're motherfucking evil and we'll never slow down. We are the nightmares you should be afraid of, and that's just one thing we love, and that's cookies! Pass the milk, please. Everybody loves some cookies today. Hooray! So I was watching Matt Pat, and I was so confused because I was like, how are there so many more videos after this? When, like, there's been, like, 2 games since then. Because there was Ultimate Custom Night, then there was Help Wanted, and then there was Security Breach. And, like, Security Breach had, like, a 2020 release date, and it didn't come out until December 2021. So, like, that's a while ago. I'm like, how are there still, like, 20 videos left? And, like, at some point, he was, like, making, like, videos about, like, controversies and whatnot. Not the actual Scott Cawthon controversy, which, again, FNAF is my Harry Potter. Trans rights matter. It's just, this is my Harry Potter. But, you know, I also realized one of the things that makes this just a little bit different is that, like, J.K. Rowling is using her platform and her notoriety to try to erase trans people. Right? That's what she's actively doing. Is she's trying to erase trans people. Scott Cawthon he never did any of that. He's not using his platform to say trans people shouldn't exist. He donated to Republicans behind the scenes. But he's not actively being like, nope, we should get rid of all trans people. He's not, like, arguing for, like, the genocide of certain groups. No, he's not doing that. He was doing it all in private. Which, you know, I know some people will say, well, oh, he's still supporting Republicans at the end of the day. And, yeah, that's, again, nobody gets canceled for their views on the military-industrial complex. Or their views on the tax code. Right? Nobody gets canceled for their views on that. It's all about the LGBTQ rights. And again, does canceling even exist? Kind of. Also, kind of not really. It's a little bit more complicated than that. But, yeah, it's more complicated than that. But at least Scott's not using his platform to be like, fuck trans people, right? Like, it is a different scenario at the end of the day. Not super different, but yeah. Black trans lives do matter. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'm trying to think what I want to do at this moment. I guess let's do the fishing tournament while we're right here. So yeah, I'm watching Scott. So I'm watching these MatPat videos. Again, I don't hate MatPat. I know some people are tired of him. And at some point in the videos, you can see, like, when MatPat backlash starts to, like, become sort of mainstream. And you can kind of, like, see it start to play out and his response to that. But, yeah, what I found out... So he does the games, and he does the last book. He never touches the AR game, which I find interesting. Oh. What? Gyroid piece. Okay. He never touches the AR game, or at least he hasn't so far. But there's another series of books I never knew about. They're like little, like, short stories. They're like 40 pages each. So, they're like it's like 3 short stories per, like, 1 book. And there's, like, a bunch of them. Like, right now, I think he's at, like, the 3rd one of this, like, entire series. I never knew these existed. Right? I remember, like, the first 3 books coming out. Because I read the first one back in the day. I never read the second one. I own all 3 of them, actually. But I never read past the second one. Or past the first one. I know some of the things that happen. But yeah, there's an entire, like, new book trilogy that's, like, that are, like, anthologies of, like, short stories. And if I was a kid, I enjoyed FNAF, right? I enjoyed it, even though, because, well, I never really played horror games. FNAF was, like, the one exception to that. And it still kind of is. Like, I haven't played Resident Evil. I haven't played Silent Hill. I don't play... I mean, I did play Amnesia, but everyone played Amnesia back in the day. That was kind of the thing. And I never beat it. I think I don't know, I played some of it. But, that was it. Like, I don't really play horror games. Like, I never played Until Dawn or Outlast or anything like that. But, the one horror thing I did really like was Goosebumps. I think I mentioned in the year roundup that there were 2 types of people. There was the Animorphs kids and there were the Goosebumps kids. I was a Goosebumps kid. I loved me some Goosebumps. And I've looked through the list of, like, every of the mainline Goosebumps books, and I've read I think I've only not read, like, 6 of them. which is of like the original like 104 run. I've read all but like 6, which is wild for me to think about, but no, it's something wild like that. Yeah, I loved Goosebumps as a kid. And, see, these FNAF ones are like Goosebumps. They're a bunch of, like, short stories, kind of like a Goosebumps. And I can tell you, I would have loved these as a kid. And, yeah, they seem really cool and really interesting. I mean, as an adult, they're not for me, probably. I mean, the FNAF books are barely for me. God damn it! Oh, football fish. I haven't seen one of you in a while. But yeah, I'm like, oh, that's like the idea of like FNAF universe Goosebumps. And like the stories aren't just like, oh, kid gets killed by animatronic. Oh, kid gets killed by different animatronic. No, they're doing like different things. And I think that's interesting. I like that. I think that's it. Like yeah, it usually always involves like animatronic robots and whatnot. But it's just a little bit more complicated than that. We'll do one more fishing tournament. It's just a little bit more complicated than that. And I think that's interesting. I think just having it be more than just like, oh, well, hey, boom, this episode we're fighting Bonnie. This episode we're fighting Baby, right? Stuff like that. No, it's a little bit more complicated. But the one thing I do love, or the one thing I find interesting, is at the very end of every book, there's a little like segment setting up this new animatronic called like the Stitch Wraith. And like every book gives us a little bit more information on it, which again, I like that idea. I like the idea of like taking these like little like horror anthologies and having one that runs through them all. Because I remember Goosebumps did that. There was a Goosebumps series, and I want to say the late 2010s, or not, the late 2000s, early 2010s, where they were all like a series of like Goosebumps books, usually revisiting like some classic stories. Usually they were like sequels to classic stories, but at the end of every book, the characters would go to Horrorland, which is like the Goosebumps universe version of like Disneyland. And they would go to Horrorland, and they would meet up with the other characters. And eventually it culminated in like one book where all the characters meet up, right? Where all the characters are together trying to like solve the mystery. And then they find, and then it was actually like a 2-parter. Because then you find out that there's like a second part that's like in the negative zone or something. It's been probably 10 years since I read them. But at the time, it was like, oh, this is really cool. All these Goosebumps books, like, they're taking, like, some characters, like, the Living Dummy, the Haunted Mask, Into the Deep, the Mummy, the Photograph. And all these, like, characters are, like, meeting up together at this Horrorland place. And then they have to, like, I know they fight the Living Dummy at one point. And it's like, oh, that was really interesting. And then I know there was a sequel series that was all about like, because Horrorland, while it is like the scary Goosebumps haunted amusement park, it's also just a normal amusement park as well. Like people go to it with their families as like a normal amusement park. And then so after that series ended, there was like a series about like this gift shop in Horrorland, where like people were like not the monkey's paw. All I can think of is the Simpsons episode where he buys the Krusty doll, where it's kind of like that, where people would get a gift from this gift shop, and then it would like and then they would take it back home, and it would like haunt them in real life. And I think that was like a 6-series thing, whereas like the other one was like 12, and that was it. That was the last Goosebumps series, because by that point I had read basically every book. Again, there were a few I didn't read, and that was mainly because my library didn't have them. Because I read them way after they came out. Like by the time I was reading Goosebumps, the main series had already ended years ago. Because again, and like this series was coming out. Like this series, I think, came out. Like the entirety of this series came out when I was in middle school. Because there was like a new book every like 2 weeks. Like, or every 2 months, I mean. Every 2 months they would release a new one in the series. So over the span of like 2 years, we got the entire series. And yeah, that was really cool. I really liked me some Goosebumps back in the day as a kid, but that was a long time ago now. But yeah, the idea that FNAF is doing their Goosebumps, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. As a kid, I probably would have loved these. Because I mean, like, would I have played the games? Would I have played the FNAF games as a kid? I don't know, because I was deathly horrified of animatronics. Like, when I eventually did get around to playing the games, again, like 8 years ago, I was much older. Right, I was, you know, I was older, I was more mature by that point. But, that was much later on. Okay, now so we got a few rewards, now let's sell our fish. And yeah, so I probably would have... I don't know if I would have enjoyed the games. I probably... Again, assuming Let's Plays still work the same, I probably would have found out about them, and I hopefully would have enjoyed them, because I do enjoy me the books. Or yeah, I do enjoy me the games, and I probably would have enjoyed these books. Because, yeah, I loved me some Goosebumps back in the day. And and that, like, blows me away. That, like, I liked Goosebumps, like, the books, but I still hate horror movies. Like, yes, I occasionally see some horror movies. Like, I saw, oh god, Get Out and Use, Us, whatever. I still think that movie should be called Use. Because, you know, it's other versions of you. But, yeah, I saw that one. There's a few other things I've seen over the years that, like, all their names are escaping me. The one where the guy is living in the walls, and, like, the woman is hired to, like, take care of a doll. But then you find out the guy is actually, like, it's like the doll represents their dead son. But the son never actually died, and he was instead living in the walls. God, that movie's probably, like, 6 years old now. I don't even remember what it's called. But yeah, I remember seeing that. And yeah, there's some really interesting stuff. But horror's just not for me. Like, there was something recently that everyone was talking up, and I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna watch that. I don't care for horror, and I still don't. But I just, as a kid, I loved Goosebumps. It got you. They were interesting stories that treated you maturely, that respected your intelligence as a kid, that didn't really hold punches, and yeah, I really enjoyed them. They're great books. They're great books. Is that mouse made of cheese? Brick. Ooh, I like that. You know me, I like some bricks. Let me see what these look like. Yeah! Oh, and cookies! We've actually seen these cookies before, yeah. I do like some bricks. Again, I wish I could make an island out of these things. Okay, let's see who's here. I don't actually plan on building anything here today. Just, you know, seeing who's here. Ooh, we'll see what you want. Again, I'm trying to do, like, new and interesting things with these guys. I don't want to just, like, play it safe every time, because that gets kind of boring. You know, I'm always down for a new wolf, though. I've been waiting to see if Freya ever shows up. So far, she hasn't, and I would totally build a house for Freya. Yeah, because it's either that or today's going to be a short day. Because Sasha doesn't move in until tomorrow. Oh, we can get a gamer chair. Oh, we're going to have to buy a gamer chair. I had a gamer chair. Not the best quality. Honestly, it was kind of like an off-brand one, and it broke. It was not the best quality. Nope. I wish it... Like, the chair I have is made of some really sturdy stuff. cheese make. See, I knew this was going to be a cheese make, like a cheese one. And that is interesting. I like that idea. Western movie, jungle theme. Oh, I like that. Sky. Hey, Sky. Let's go make... Yeah, I like the idea of like a painting class. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I've got an idea in my head already. I like that. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I totally have an idea. Okay, we've got a few houses over here. I know we've got a house in the mountains. I think I'm actually going to put them right here. Painting school. Yeah. Again, I only do 2 stories for 2 people, and so far, no 2-story house exists. Okay, I don't really have anything to do outside. Again, I know, like, outsides can be such a big deal, but very rarely do islands actually require you to do the outside. And because of that, I only tend to do it when they ask. Okay, so I think I have an idea for a painting class. We're gonna need to mess around with the room a little bit. We have all these paintings. I know it could be easy to use this wall as well, the paintball wall, but no, I don't want to. It's just a little too easy. I think I actually want to make the room bigger for once. And then, we've got all sorts of art. I want to use... God, we still don't have the familiar statue. I want to do that. I want to... I'm thinking of it like a model. Like a model... Like, modeling for, like, a painting and whatnot. And then we'll just put, like, a few paintings around. There we go. So yeah, we can pretend like people are drawing him. I actually saw a similar design to this once. Like, someone made a design not all too unsimilar to this. And that one was way funnier. Like, that one was actually pretty... That was like a good joke. Oops. But yeah, so like they're all like painting the model. And then I need to get some like stuff on the outside. Some, yeah, like some tables. And then I can put like some supplies on them. Maybe some wine. I can do painting and wine. I don't hate that idea at all. Okay, good. I can do different colors. Okay. Actually, see, I'm red, blue, yellow, so I'd say green, orange, and purple, but no, that's yellow as well. I do like the idea of wine and snacks. We got wine here. What's a good wine bottle color? And then maybe like one of those like punch containers. You know the ones I'm talking about. So there it is. Infused water dispenser. A metal pot, a pop-up book, a scrapbook. I do like these. How big are these flowers? Okay, they're too big. But, I mean, I guess we could put them in this corner. Yeah, just to add some texture. I saw like a... I want something in this corner, but I don't know. A fine vase? Nah, probably just a tree. Okay, yeah, I like the idea of painting in wine. That sounds good to me. I like the idea of a hand washing station, and I want something else over on this other side as well. Maybe some more, like, artwork? God, that's so big. How big is the thinker? Yeah, I like that. And then one of these vases. I like the blue variant I saw. You know, just to add some, like, texture to the room. And I'll put some paintings on the wall as well. Maybe I should even put this paint. Do we have another painting of a person standing? We have this one, and I guess I can work with this one. And then I like the idea of, like, hey, guess what? We got, that painting. I want something a little smaller, like that one. I know this one's pretty small. Or either that, or we just put, like, these off to the side. And do some bigger paintings on the... Because this back wall has so much space. We can kind of get away with whatever. So, like, yeah, we can get away with that. And again, I kind of wish it told you the size of some of these paintings. Because I know, like, some of them are big, while some of them are a lot smaller. Like, I know this one's pretty small. Or wait, did I? Yeah, no, I didn't. Oh, that one's way smaller. I think this one is of comparable size. Where was it? Where was it? No. Have I used Birth of Venus yet? No, I haven't. Actually, let's give it a different color. And then, I know like, there are some, like, cartoonist sets or whatnot that I could do. I don't know. I guess we'll look through here and see if I... Ooh, coffee. Coffee's not a bad idea. But I don't think I... Yeah, I don't really have anything I like. Maybe, again, maybe like food and snacks. That's not terrible. But yeah, it's like a little place where people can get together, paint like a model, and you've got some artwork and whatnot hanging on the walls, and yeah. Yeah, I like that. Again, I did not actually expect to like make a paint like a house today, but you know, it's never bad. It's never bad to make a house. I would love to get a shot of her sitting in one of these chairs. I've never actually done... okay, that's not a good shot. I've never actually done model painting before. Like this. No. Like, I've taken art classes, and yeah, they never... Like, mostly it was just, like, us sitting at desks. You know, I don't even remember how much painting we did. I know we worked with clay. We did lithograph. We did, oh, God, charcoal. But I don't think, yeah, we ever did, like, model painting. Alright, yep, that seems good. Yep, that's it for today. Now, I wonder... Okay, I do wonder. Okay. Give me a second, I'm looking something up. Alright, oh, did I talk oh my gosh, did I talk about this yet? Actually, thinking about it. The, Taco Bell. Right, so I mentioned the other day that Taco Bell's doing a Taco Pass. I don't think I'm gonna do it, just because there's just no Taco Bell that's, like, super convenient to me. But I was thinking about it. Well, or no, not that I was thinking about it, but alright, so I got Taco Bell. And they also started doing wings, like chicken wings. And they're like, you know how like they do like nacho fries? They do like a chicken wing, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Huh. Maybe that'll be good. I like the drag. Yeah, I like the dragon. That's not bad. I like the blue one as well, but dragon's not bad. Gosh, things are probably stupid expensive in here. Figured that you could get a phone case. Whatever. I hate that it doesn't sell. I hate that there are certain things it just doesn't sell. Whatever. But yeah, so they're doing chicken wings, and they're supposed to be like queso something, and they have... Oh wait, I thought I said no. I thought I said I'm done. I can just go tell her I'm done. They do like a queso chicken wing with like a spicy ranch. And I was like, you know what? I'm curious. I'll go try it. Oh. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna leave. Oh, wait, no, wait. We gotta go back in. Because I gotta check Nico's thing. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'll try these queso chicken wings. First of all, like, the Taco Bell has, like, nobody working there. Like, I know we're in an employee shortage right now, and I think there were 2 people there. So I was in line for, like, half an hour. But when I actually tried them, yeah, I mean, they weren't terrible, but they weren't great either. Like, you can probably get, Iron and hardwood. Okay. You can probably get... Oh, there's Lyle. Oh, I've never noticed him before. You could probably get better, like, wings at, like, literally anywhere else. I think specifically of, you know, I don't know. Do people still give a shit about Buffalo Wild Wings? I haven't been to a Buffalo Wild Wings in years. So I could not tell you if Buffalo Wild Wings is still any good. Yep, that's alright. Yeah, so I just couldn't tell you. But they might be, they might not be. I know there's Wingstop that everybody talks about, but I've never actually had Wingstop before. I had their fries once. I tried their fries, and their fries are like kind of sweet, like they're coated with like, I think it's like a brown sugar. That's definitely what it reminds me of. And I think, ooh, look at that time of night. I like just the sun setting in the background. That's not bad. But yeah, their wings are coated in like a brown sugar. Or you know, it's not like overbearing, I should say, but you know, it makes them taste unique. And I like that. I liked their fries, but I've never actually been to Wingstop. But you know, I like to try, like, the only time I really do like fast food anymore is when I try like weird and stupid shit. And for like weird and stupid shit, yeah, it wasn't bad. But it wasn't great either. Like, there were probably better places you can go. But yeah, that's Taco Bell, man. I don't know. Like, I know it's easy to like be like, nope, I'm done with Taco Bell now that they no longer, because they had the grilled cheese burrito, they lost it, then they brought it back, and I think they don't have it anymore. So it's easy to say like, you know, I'm done with Taco Bell, but ooh, a vine crown. I want it to look more like a crown, and less like just a hoop. But I can tell you right now, it's gonna look like a hoop. Yep. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Oh, we gotta go check on the machine first, or the computer. I'm a computer. A very computer guy. Okay. Still don't have any ideas for the house. I'll figure it out in the next coming days. Yeah. What am I gonna do for dinner tonight? I didn't even eat dinner yesterday. Right? Because I slept. I slept late last night, and then by the time I got up, I just streamed Animal Crossing, and then, I can't believe I'm so close to completing Miles Morales. Well, again, technically I'm not. Technically I've got like 4 achievements. But like, I'm so close to what I want to do, and I just can't do it. And I don't want to try again. I should, but I don't want to. Instead, I think I'm gonna go watch Into the Spider-Verse. I'm totally gonna go watch Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, you know what? I was thinking about buying. I got a thing. So I keep a list of like board games I want, and I keep my list, and it tells me when things go on sale. And I saw that Scythe is on sale. Scythe is a game. I don't know much about it. I don't even know like how it plays. Is it like a Euro trash? Is America trash? What do those words even mean? I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember these trees always having 3 dots on them. Is that like the sun going down? Is that like Huh. I don't remember that. Strange. But right, like I don't know. I still don't like. I play the board games. I don't know all the classifications. I don't know all the fancy talk, all like the what means. But what I have heard is that Scythe. Oh, there's our money tree. I've heard that Scythe is an amazing board game. Like, one of the best. Especially in the past, especially of the 2010s. I have heard nothing but amazing things about Scythe. I couldn't tell you, like I said, I couldn't tell you if it's Euro or American or... I think it's the same person or same company that did a Viticulture, the wine one. But yeah, I couldn't tell you much more than that. But I've heard nothing but great things about it. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should... Because it's normally like $100. I think it's a little less than that. It's normally like 100 and it's like half off right now. And I'm like, that is tempting. Because I've also been kind of thinking about Gloomhaven. Because Gloomhaven is another game I don't really know much about. But I've seen it go on sale, and I think that game's over $100. But I'm like, but like, it's a little, like, my board game group, we do a lot of casual stuff. We do a lot of party games. Right? And I'm like, the most complicated thing we tend to do is, like, some of, like, the Catan expansions, or... Again, I have Betrayal on Hill House, but I've never played it. So, like, Scythe is a little bit more complicated than what we're used to, but I'm like, could we do it? There seems to be a whole management thing, like, resource management, which, again, we like ourselves some Catan, or at least I do. Even though we're a little burned out on it. We just had one bad game that took a little too long, and I feel like, and that kind of burned us out on it for a little bit, or at least it did some of the other people. I'm still enjoying it. How did I thought I put that away. Oh, whatever. So we need hardwood and iron, just for tomorrow. And I'll make sure to bring those two on. What's his face? Hardwood and iron. Yeah. But yeah, so I've been thinking, I saw, like, all today, I'm like, but I just, like, I bought, like, a bunch of board games recently, and I haven't even played any. Like, the only one I've done so far is Ticket to Ride Europe. Which, did I talk about that? I don't remember if I did. Ticket to Ride Europe did not go my way. It started all... So, I like some of the new mechanics. Like, there are these little, like, train stops that you can make that can, like, help you make, like, reach your routes faster. There are, like, certain, like, water tracks that require, like, a random... Or not a random, a wild. I think that's a good idea. The tunnels, on the other hand, I hate because I kept getting screwed over. I kept getting fucked by the tunnels, and I just could... Because, like, my game started off pretty strong. I was able to get over to all my destinations, but then, like, halfway through the... of my 3 destinations, I was able to get to 2 of them pretty easily. My third one, on the other hand, I needed 2 pinks... Which, 2 pinks doesn't sound too hard. Pinks were not coming up. And any time a wild showed up, somebody else stole it first. I was not getting pinks, I was not getting wild, and then somebody else built the track, and it was like, fuck, come on. So then I needed to build a tunnel. And I just, so you have to, like, draw random cards to potentially make tunnels cost more. It took me... I think 10 tries to make the tunnel, because I kept drawing wilds, and I think it was an orange tunnel. I kept drawing oranges, and then I was like, oh, I'll just I'll pick up another orange. Okay, we're good. I drew 2 oranges. Oh, one time I drew 3 oranges, and I was like, how is that? It was, okay, it might have been 2 oranges in a wild, but I was like, the chances of that are so fucking slim. How did that happen? I just got completely fucked. I was so pissed off. Like, you wouldn't believe. I was so angry by the end of that. Just because the cards were not ending up in my favor. I still think Ticket to Ride's an interesting game, and I still enjoy it, but... Oh, I was so annoyed. But yeah, and then I've been meaning to play Red Dragon Inn and The Crew, which I heard people love The Crew, so that's up on my priority. And then Red Dragon Inn is just, I've seen Let's Plays of it. I know nothing about The Crew, so yeah. But yeah, I need to play those ones, but I just maybe tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just, oh my god, I've been thinking about picking up Scythe. I've been thinking about it. I don't know if I'll do it. If I do it, I'll do it tonight. But I've been thinking about it. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to end off for today. I went a little longer than I thought I was. But yeah, I'm just... Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Oh, you know, we need to do that. Oh, I need to do that at some point. I just thought about that. I need to do that. Something in that back room. Yeah, that Ticket to Ride was like 2 weeks ago, or like a week or two ago. And I think I just forgot to talk about it. But it did not go my way. It really didn't. So, I thought we were going to do KK Slider tonight. I guess not. Tomorrow, turnips. That's the plan, I think. Turnips, we'll buy like 1 million or something. If I wake up early enough. That's what it depends on. If I wake up, because I slept in today because, you know, colleague is already exhausting, and I sleep in when I can. But yeah, we'll see about that tomorrow. But with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Till next time, peace.